1 on your dial all day, every day. Eagle 102 KJFM Radio. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good evening and welcome back to the Clopton Invitational Tournament here on Eagle 102. We're into the meat and potatoes of this tournament. The semifinal round, we'll start it off with a consolation matchup between Louisiana and Mark Twain, and then we'll go to the high school gym for a championship semifinal a little bit later on as Clopton and Silex will do battle. So a big night of basketball here at the Clopton Invitational. We'll take a quick break, start the pregame show for you next here on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Royal Banks, and County Market in Vandalia.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome to the old Clopton gym, the, middle school gym now, as we get ready for night number 3 of the Clopton Invitational. It's ladies semifinal night. We'll start with a consolation matchup between the number 8 seed Louisiana Lady Bulldogs and the 4 seed Mark Twain Lady Tigers. Mild upset in the opening round sees Mark Twain on this side as they had beaten Monroe City twice, but fell in the opening round of this tournament. So they might have a little chip on their shoulder. And Louisiana, I just every time I see them, they're getting a little closer to victory. So we'll see if they can pull off the big upset here and make it into that consolation championship game. That's Zach Evans with me tonight here in the middle school gym. We've got Marianne and Jim down the hall. They'll have, like I said, Clopton and Silex later. The first game over there is Ellsbury and Monroe City, and we'll get game breaks of that one. But have you gotten a chance to see either of these teams yet this season?
No, I have not had the pleasure of watching either of these two teams. Obviously, I saw that Monroe City. Mark Twain was the 4 seed, a little bit of an upset in the first round, like you said. They probably come out with a little bit of an edge, looking for, like you said, chip on their shoulder. Gosh. And this Louisiana team's still looking for their first win. It seems like they've been in a rebuild for a while, so let's see some growth out of both of these teams tonight.
Yeah, they've got some talent. They got a little more aggressiveness this year, but it just hasn't equated to a victory yet. But like I said, I think they're close. They're getting closer every time, and would love to see them do something in this semifinal game and possibly come back on Saturday for a consolation game. About 12 minutes till game time. We'll take a break, come back with your keys to the game after this on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Beinhoff Funeral Homes, and Center Locker Service.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Getting ready for the first of 2 games on KJFM tonight. Ladies consolation semifinal between the 8 seed Louisiana Lady Bulldogs and the 4 seed Mark Twain Lady Tigers. And neither of these teams, well, they both run about 8-9 on the bench. So not a whole lot of depth for these two teams, but when you got a good starting five, like I think Mark Twain has, it doesn't take much contribution as long as you stay out of foul trouble. But keys to the game for this one, what do you see as far as two teams in the mid to lower part of this bracket?
For Mark Twain, it's just going to be, can they put the ball in the hole? What was the score to the first round game that they lost?
I don't have that with me. Sorry.
My apologies. Set you up for that one. Can they score? Obviously going up against a younger team. Let's see if they can put the pressure and kind of tighten the screws on them. And for Louisiana, it's just going to try to, keep up with the depth and age and maturity of this Mark Twain team.
And that score. Yeah, I don't even have that.
It was 43-33.
Oh, there you go.
We've got you over here in the high school gym. We got you 43-33.
43-33.
Monroe City picked up that win.
Thank you, Marianne.
And my internet finally caught up with me, so I was able to get that just as Marianne chimed in. But thanks, Marianne, over there in the high school gym. You've got a pretty good one coming up between Ellsbury and Monroe City. Monroe City. Probably down a little bit this year, Marianne, but they got a big upset win over the 4 seed to get into that semifinal.
We know Jim Ross and I were sitting here just talking a little bit, and Jim, we were looking out here at Monroe City's team and noticed that they graduated a bunch of seniors last year.
Yeah, they only have 8 girls dressed tonight, but they're a little on the upswing, and they're dangerous for Ellsbury tonight. Ellsbury can't look past them. Ellsbury's not a high-scoring team at all. They like to keep the score in the 40s, and that falls right into the wheelhouse of what Monroe City likes to do too. So I think this could be an interesting game, even though it's the 1-5 seed. Ellsbury's got to be careful.
So we looked at the roster real quick, and Monroe City has returned 3 for the most part. They have 2 seniors and a junior that is on their squad. So we'll see how they handle a senior-heavy Ellsbury team. So we'll keep you updated.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll be looking at that game between Monroe City and Ellsbury throughout the contest here, and we were getting a little talking in with the coaching staff here for Mark Twain, and they go with the more is less mentality. Yep. That's why they keep the bench the way they do for these varsity contests. So the keys to the game were somewhere hidden in there.
Yeah.
We'll have our starting lineups for you next on the Eagle 102 pregame show.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is Amy at Community State Bank of Missouri. Did you know we offer health savings accounts? If you have a high deductible health plan, you may qualify for a health savings account. HSAs are designed to help you save your money to help pay your deductible. Talk to your employer about our health savings account and let them know you want to keep your money right here at home. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And our starters for this 4-8 matchup. First for the number 8 seed Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. They're on 7, coached by Derek Brandstetter. They'll start sophomore guard, number 5, Ty Campbell. Number 10 gets a start, a sophomore forward, Reagan Bowser. Number 15, a sophomore guard, Jalea Reese gets the start tonight. Number 23, a sophomore forward, Deprecia Chapman. And number 25, a sophomore guard, Emily Powell. For the number 4 seed Mark Twain Lady Tigers, they're 5-5, coached by Matt Boswell. They'll start a senior, number 15, Autumn Arndt. Number 22 gets a start as senior Emily Evans. Junior number 25, Audrey Ross. Senior number 30, Anna Echternacht. And a sophomore number 32, Taylor Martin. So again, for Louisiana, it's Campbell, Bowser, Reese, Chapman, and Powell. For Mark Twain, it's Arndt, Evans, Ross, Echternacht, and Martin. So those are the starters for this 4-8 matchup between Louisiana and Mark Twain girls. And do we have the starters for down the hall, Marianne and Jim?
Well, we have some of the starters. How about that? We can tell you that for the Ellsbury Lady Indians, they are starting a senior wearing number 4, Peyton Robinson, a senior wearing number 14, Abby Jenkins, a junior wearing number 15, Mackenzie Gladney, a senior wearing number 20, Kelsey Plaster, and then her sister, the freshman, wearing number 25, Maya Plaster. Did not make it down as Monroe City seemed to get in here a little later. Haven't got their starting lineups for them just yet. But we can tell you, as we talked about before, there you go. Ellsbury starting 1, 2, 3, 4 seniors. 3 seniors, a junior, and then a freshman on their team. So they're going to be a little bit more experienced than Monroe City.
And that team, we watched them grow together and get better every season, and it's been a fun group to watch. I love how they can just frustrate teams night in and night out with that slow-down type style.
They really are a fun team to watch. Mark, we got to watch them kind of like you alluded to last night during the game that, you and Jim were calling the state baseball game for Ellsbury boys last spring. We got to follow the Ellsbury Lady Indians into quarterfinals this fall, and that they were a great group to watch there, and I'm sure a lot of that talent has rolled right over here into basketball season.
If they could just get the Coke Dowels, they could get their baby to crawl in the right direction. I saw Carrie turn that kid around about 17 times last night. He just wanted to go right out of the gym. It was pretty fun to watch. Anyway, we've got basketball coming up here from the Clopton Invitational. That's Marianne and Jim down the hall. It's Mark and Zach over here, and we'll have Louisiana and Mark Twain in just minutes here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Alicia Koenig, owner of Remax Realty Shop, Sun Window Company, and Sparks Maintenance Contracting.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
The best coverage of high school sports is on KJFM, brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Coaches have met with the referees, and that means we're just about ready for the teams to be introduced on the floor. Look at what's on tap for tomorrow night here in the middle school gym. The early game will be Silex, the number 8 seed, taking on the 5 seed Clopton Hawks, and then at 7:30 you'll have Mark Twain, the 7 seed, taking on the 6 seed Wright City. Over in the Dale Miller Gymnasium, that's the championship side of the bracket. Number 1 seed Monroe City will take on number 4 seed Ellsbury at 6 o'clock, and then the 2 seed Winfield will take on the 3 seed Louisiana at 7:30. I believe we'll have on air the first game here from the middle school gym between Silex and Clopton, and then we'll have the late game between Winfield and Louisiana here on KJFM. Teams going back to their benches right now, getting ready for introductions and the national anthem. We'll take one more break. We'll come back with hoops here from the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Knight Equipment Company, West End Financial Services, and Young Enterprises.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
We're ready for basketball here from the Clopton Invitational. Ladies Consolation semis, Mark Twain and Louisiana. And everyone's figuring out which side of the court they're supposed to be on. It'll be Bowser jumping center against Echternach. They shake hands. And the ball comes in from the far side eventually. A little traffic jam. This is just kind of an odd start to the night here.
I agree.
I think the pregame show reflected that. Louisiana wins the opening toss. And Chapman hands it off for Campbell, and we're underway. To the near side for Emily Powell. Powell between the circles now over to the far side for Deprecia Chapman.
Looks like Mark Twain's coming out in a man-to-man defense.
Up top to Campbell. Campbell over to the far side for Reagan Bowser on the point. Gets a cutting Powell. Nice spin move, and the finish goes. Nice start for the Lady Bulldogs. As Emily Powell puts them on the board. First offensive play for Mark Twain, and they have to save it from going out of bounds. Now they'll kick it back out and restart. With the ball on the near side is Ross. Tried to work it down to the baseline. It goes off a foot, off that back wall, which is very, very close.
It is. Like as a player, it almost feels a little bit claustrophobic when you're right up against the wall like that.
It gives it a hockey feel.
Yeah.
They get the ball into the center. Shot no good. Echternach and out of bounds again. It'll stay with Mark Twain with 7:06 to go here in the opening quarter. 2-0 Lady Bulldogs. They're the 8th seed. Mark Twain the 4. They get it into Arndt. Arndt will pop a 3. That one's no good. Rebound tipped around and out of bounds. And it's going to go off of Mark Twain out of bounds back to Louisiana. Interesting start to this ball game. Few opportunities for the Lady Tigers, and they're going to put a little full court pressure on. In the backcourt, they try to escape. Reese gets it across the line to Bowser. She almost travels and then has it ripped out of her hands, but they're going to call a tie-up, and the ball will go to Mark Twain. Pretty aggressive from the Lady Tigers to start off.
Coming out there with that little press.
So off the turnover. They get it into the offensive end. Back up top is Ross to the near side. They dump it down to Echternach. Echternach escapes the baseline with the pass to Arndt all the way around and thrown out of bounds. Back to Louisiana with 6:36 to go in the opening quarter.
Mark Twain's first turnover of the night. Hopefully they can limit those.
He gets it into Powell. Powell back to Jalea as they try and break that pressure. And we're going to have an over and back or a travel right at the center stripe. Called on Ty Campbell. And right below us, Mark Twain will inbound. We're up on the stage here in the old gym. We got the grand plans on trying to get this thing up to current standards. Coach Tony Francis, he's got big ideas all the time.
He's got some big plans, yeah. He's something else. He's going to keep updating everything.
There is no off switch on Tony
Correct.
Francis.
No.
With it in the backcourt, Louisiana. Powell. And Coach Matt Boswell about ended up in the broadcast booth. Yeah. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lady Dogs. But very aggressive defense from Mark Twain to start this game out. But they still trail Louisiana 2-0. Here's Powell to Reese. And her pass is tipped and taken. Going back the other way is Ross. Ross, coast to coast, is blocked by Jalea and picked up by Ty Campbell. Nice play coming back after she lost that ball, and now it's out of bounds. Off of Emily Evans. It'll stay with Louisiana, but just a little too much thinking before that pass. Bowser gets it in. To Powell up top, now to DePricia. Back to Reagan Bowser. Through the hands over to Reese on the far side. Back up top for Powell. Powell pressured. Gets it to Ty Campbell on the near point. Into the corner now for Reagan Bowser. Her pass is tipped and out of bounds. It'll stay with Louisiana with 5:18 to go here in the opening quarter.
Mark Twain's playing solid defense here earlier other than that first possession.
And tipped out of bounds. Autumn Arndt got a hand in there. And I think Louisiana needs to dribble drive a little bit.
Yeah, collapse. Looks like,
And now a tip and an interception, and here comes Mark Twain back the other way, but it's taken away by DePricia. And I think Mark Twain needs to slow down a little bit offensively.
Yeah, they're trying to do a little bit too much, a little too fast, and turning the ball over and missing easy ones early here.
Ty Campbell has it knocked away, and we're going to have actually a reach-in foul called on Taylor Martin, I believe. 4:44 to go here in the opening quarter. Let's get our first game break from the high school gym.
Well, right now we have 6:03 to go here in the first quarter, and it's Monroe City on top, 3-0. They got a field goal and then a free throw. Isn't that right, Jim?
Right, and Mark will appreciate that Ellsbury just had a full line change. 5 in, 5 out.
That's been an Eagle 102 game break.
All right, thank you very much. 5 over the boards for the Lady Indians. Here's a 3 from the far side. That's Pedersen off the bench to make it 5-0 in favor of Louisiana. Mark Twain back the other way. They're going to make some changes here at the next horn. Over to the far side for Arndt. Arndt back up top to the near point. Cross court again. Try to work it into the center of the lane. It's tipped, and the ball's loose on the floor on the far side. Mark Twain comes away with it and find an open look off the glass, and good for Audrey Ross. Mark Twain on the board. Pressure still on for Mark Twain. Pedersen to Bowser. Tried to pass it to a position instead of a person, and it's knocked away.
Mark Twain's defense is getting a lot of hands on balls here, a lot of deflections early.
Pedersen across the line over to the far side for Powell. So Louisiana sets the offense. Back to Campbell. Ty to Powell. Emily goes between the circles to the near side for Pedersen. Back to Powell over to the far side for Campbell. She'll try the 3. That one rims out. Rebound goes through the hands of Chapman and out of bounds back to Mark Twain. 5-2 Louisiana leads. 3:23 to go here in the opening quarter in this Clopton Invitational. Across the line is Autumn Arndt. Hands it off for Audrey Ross. Now to Arndt again to the near side. Little give and go, trying to get Arndt some space, and we're going to have a foul on the floor against Louisiana. And that goes against Reagan Bowser, her first. 3:08 to play in quarter number 1 here from the old Clopton gym. block on a three. As Ross went up for it, Deprecia Chapman got the swat.
Great job of her to get out there and contest.
Still 5-2.
A little bit of confusion on the possession there.
Mark Twain has it. From the high blocks, that shot blocked, but a foul is going to send Autumn Arndt to the line. Second foul against the Lady Dogs, and the first on Ty Campbell. So a couple of shots coming for Arndt. High arcing shot is no good. Score remains 5-2 here in this consolation semifinal as Jalea Reese comes back in. She'll replace Deprecia Chapman. And the second shot is short as well and goes out of bounds. Back to Louisiana, who lead this game 5-2.
And Mark Twain is keeping that press on.
In the backcourt. Try and break it. Nice spin move. And they do break the center court line. Shot too hard off the glass for Jalea Reese. And Mark Twain gets the rebound, tipped around and taken by the Bulldogs. Good defense coming back. Started with Pedersen. And we're going to have a foul whistled against Audrey Ross.
That's her second of the night.
Third team foul. With 2:38 to go here in the quarter. Very low scoring first quarter. Into the ball game, Hannah Mallory.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I'll let you both.
Well, they won't let Mallory come in. Said it was late.
Oh,
And now another reach in.
And they weren't able to get her out. That she just picked up her third.
Now she'll come out, and we probably won't see
her for the
Audrey.
rest of the half.
Yeah.
Ooh. I always
That's
hate it as a
unfortunate.
player, you know. Usually when you got two, they usually pulled you, but unfortunately, she wasn't able to get out of the game there.
I would have hid in a corner until that next whistle. 2:25 to play as the ball goes off of Louisiana out of bounds. Back to Mark Twain. Unforced error there.
Yep, that's their fifth turnover here in the first quarter.
But they still lead 5-2. They've got to clean those up if they want to stay ahead. Pass rejected by Reese. Mark Twain keeps it. Over on the far side, Arndt into the corner now. Back up top with a pass. Up and around. A little bump there on Riley Waters. And get it back over to the far side. Free throw line. That shot no good, but a foul is going to send Arndt back to the line.
And Reagan Bowser just picked up her second foul of the night.
Yep, she's going to come out of the ball game after this first shot. Her shot is good. Found the range this time. She had missed her first two. Makes it a 2-point game as Bowser checks out. Deprecia Chapman back in. One more shot for Autumn Arndt. That one goes through as well, and the Louisiana lead down to 1. 5-4 as Pedersen brings it up. No pressure this time from Mark Twain. Powell back to Pedersen to the near side for Campbell. Back up top and around. Again, looking for that three ball, it looks like, and Pedersen will take it from the top off the glass. The bank is open.
Yes, it is.
Her second tray of the night.
That was deep.
Back the other way. Mark Twain again down by 4. Over to the far side is Autumn Arndt. Back up top. Hannah Mallory to the near point. Coach Boswell shouting out instructions. That shot from free throw line extended, no good. Little bump there and out of bounds. They said Martin went down on her own. Ball rolls away and back to Louisiana with 1:16 to play in the first. Pedersen brings it up the floor. Far side for Powell. As Louisiana, a little more motion in their offense on this possession, and a travel called Good defense from Martin.
Yep. Mark Twain got out of that 2-3 zone after Pedersen hit those 2 threes. They switched up to a man-to-man.
Minute even left after that Louisiana turnover. They lead it 8-4 here in the waning moments of the first. Down to the baseline. Big size advantage there at the low post, and we're going to have the second foul on Ty Campbell. With 51 seconds to go, and Anna Achterneck to the line. Her first shot, in and out, no good. And into the ball game for the first time is Emerson Bradley. Second shot is good, and it's a three-point game. 48 seconds to go. Here's Jordan Pedersen across the line to the far side for Emily Powell. Powell.
Yep.
And a travel is called.
On the travel, yep. Shuffle the feet there.
Mark Twain had gotten a hand on the ball and messed up her steps just enough. Another turnover. Down to 30 seconds to go in the quarter. They kick it out to the near side for Arndt. Arndt off the glass, good, and a foul. And she could tie the game with a free throw.
Way to finish there through contact for Autumn Arndt.
8-7 with 26.7 seconds to go. And Arndt, who's made her last two, completes the three-point play, and we're tied at 8. 24 seconds left. Watch out for Pedersen. Powell cuts the lane. She's fouled. Can't hit the shot. But Emily will go to the line. First free throws tonight for Louisiana. And the foul whistled on Riley Waters.
It's her first of the night.
And Powell's first shot gives Louisiana back the lead. 3 points for Powell, 6 for Pedersen off the bench. And the second shot good as well. Down to 15 seconds. Mark Twain looking to tie or take the lead to finish out the quarter. They work it down to the baseline for Achterneck. Kicking out. All the way back beyond three. They want the three. Here it is. And that one's off the mark, and Louisiana will have a 2-point lead after the opening 8 minutes. 10-8 our score. They lead Mark Twain in the semifinals of the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Calumet of Missouri.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
10-8 after one. Louisiana leads Mark Twain in this 4-8 matchup, the consolation semis of this Clopton Invitational. And before we get into quarter number 2, let's send it down the hall for an Eagle 102 game break.
Well, we're at the end of the first quarter here, too. And after the 5 in, 5 out, the starting lineup for Ellsbury woke up and took a 3-point deficit and turned it into a 6-point lead as they lead it 9-3 at the end of the first quarter. A lot of turnovers and a slow-paced game, but Ellsbury on top, 9-3. Back to Mark.
Off a 3-point miss by Powell. Mark Twain gets their first possession of the second quarter, trailing by 2. Lob pass in, rejected. Mark Twain keeps possession, however. Another lob pass, that was to nobody, and Powell picks it up for the Lady Dogs. Here comes Louisiana, and they leave her open for the 3, and she hits it from the top of the key. Emily Powell with a tray. 13-8 our score.
She's got 7 already here tonight.
Long pass to the baseline, and we're going to call a travel on Echterneck as she got tangled up a little bit. They said incidental contact.
Yep. I think Mark Twain's got the right idea. Got to feed her down low.
Oh, yeah, with that size advantage down there.
We see that wingspan on display now, but if she can just get the ball and get it going.
Pedersen into the corner for Powell. The near corner. Kick it back out to Reese. Jalea hands it to Emily Powell again on the near point. Powell dribbles in, kicks it back to Pedersen. She'll take it back to the top. Over to the far side for Reese. Pedersen now to Powell, back to Pedersen. Over to the far side. Here's Reese for 3. That one's good. Oh, my goodness, Jalea.
They came to shoot tonight.
Yes, they did. And they've got to build a big lead because that's the friendly hoop on that end. You want that one in the second half. They work at base. Oh, and Powell comes out of nowhere to knock it away from Hannah Echterneck. 6:17 to go. And it just seems like right now Louisiana has a little more fire.
Some momentum. You can feel it, just like the energy in the gym is, kind of swaying towards Louisiana.
16-8, biggest lead of the night for the Lady Dogs, looking for their first win of the season. On the near point, it's Arndt. Over to the far side now for Waters. Waters back up top. And with it is Arndt again. Now Waddell with it, and it's knocked out of bounds. They are just, they're not putting enough heat on that pass down to the baseline for Echterneck.
Louisiana's doing a good job getting out in passing lanes and deflecting, getting some tips here and there.
Bowser checks out.
Making it really hard on these Lady Tigers.
They work it into Arndt. Now near side for Echterneck. Back to Arndt. Switch points, and they go with Waters up top to the near side for Arndt. Work it to the low blocks, now to Echterneck. Cross the key and back up top. Near side, they're going to try a 3. That one somehow found its way down. That was an ugly-looking shot off the hand. But it works out for the Lady Tigers. Back the other way, 16-11, a 5-point game. Powell works it to the free throw line, and her pass for Deprecia Chapman is knocked out of bounds. Something else.
Let's see if Louisiana can continue their hot three-point shooting.
Powell with it. Up top for Ty Campbell. Now to Pedersen in the near corner. Pedersen dribbles out, gives it to Powell. 5:03 to go in the half. 16-11 Louisiana. Pedersen over to the far side. Ty now to Deprecia. Jalea Reese for Emily Powell on the near point. Through Campbell to Reese on the far side. Into the corner for Chapman. She'll dribble out. Louisiana being very patient.
Doing the right thing, looking for a good shot.
Into the corner for Powell. To Jalea Reese. Over to the far side for Jordan Pedersen. Now to Chapman again. Chapman gets it to Powell. Her back is to the basket, and she's fouled. On the floor with 4:27 to go. See who they get it against, and that's Riley Waters.
Her second. So beach two.
And a timeout taken with 4:27 to go in the first half. 16-11. Louisiana leads Mark Twain in the semifinals of the Clopton Invitational on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ann Lane Boutique, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season with Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center and a taste of Philly.
4:27 to go in the half, 16-11. Louisiana leads Mark Twain They've led by as many as 8, the Lady Dogs have. Here in the first half, 4:27 to go in the second quarter. Before the timeout, there was a foul called, the second on Riley Waters. So Louisiana has it. Jalea Reese to inbound underneath the basket. Bounce pass out to Powell, and we're back underway to Chapman. Now for Campbell, back to Chapman, who hands it back to Powell, and she goes between the circles. Over to Jalea Reese on the far side. She's going to try and drive a little bit, gives up her dribble, gives it to Campbell for 3. That one off the back iron and out, and ooh, big time collision on the rebound, no calls. And Mark Twain comes away with it. Powell came flying in trying to get that rebound and actually had it momentarily.
It was an excellent effort. She got up too.
Cutting through, Autumn Arndt's no good. Put back is good and a foul. Anna Echternack can make this a 2-point game with the free throw. And the foul is the second on Emily Powell. 3:51 to go in the half, and the free throw completes the 3-point play. And Mark Twain puts the pressure back on. Here's Pedersen, starts her dribble right into a double team. She almost traveled, and she does step on the line. It's an over and back. Yeah, just quite wasn't aware of where she was on the floor.
Yeah. It looks like she may have gotten a travel, early, so that might have been a little bit of a makeup call.
Here's a 3 from the near side. That one's off the mark, off the hand of Taylor Martin, but Mark Twain keeps possession. They're killing it on those long rebounds. Up and around to the far side for Autumn Arndt.
Rebounding out of a zone is extremely difficult. It's hard to find a man and match up. So a lot of those long shots, produce long rebounds, as they say, and it can be difficult.
Pass tipped and taken. Nice play by Jalea Reese. Good support by the Lady Dogs. Here's Campbell to Jalea. She takes to the high blocks, kick it up and around to Campbell. Now back to Jalea Reese to Ty Campbell again. Into the corner for Jalea. She goes across the lane, up and around to Powell. Powell going to drive to the high blocks. Her shot was partially tipped out of bounds. And they are going to say tip.
I was looking for a little bit of a foul call there. I thought there was quite a bit of contact, but
they're letting them play.
They're letting them play, yeah.
So Bowser will inbound. Gets it to Powell. Powell to Reese. Up and around to the far side. Gets it back to Powell, yeah. Her 3 is off the mark. Chapman, a good rebound off the glass, high off the glass. Depresha Chapman's first 2 points of the night. Extends the Louisiana lead back to 4 at 18-14. Down to 2:18 to go here in quarter number 2 from this consolation semi. It's been a good one. Knocked out of bounds. Nice play by Bowser. This is a Louisiana team that just seems hungry tonight.
They're coming out with a lot of energy.
You want to feed a hungry dog. Here's a shot from the far side for a 3, no good. Long rebound, and it is off the official and out of bounds. Back to the Lady Dogs. I think the Louisiana bench got a little more acquainted with Mr. Yazel than I think they wanted to be. More pressure. Pedersen breaks it to Powell. Emily Powell kicks it into the corner for Bowser. Now back up top for Jordan Pedersen to Jalea Reese on the far point. Jalea down to 1:45 to go in quarter number 2. Louisiana, just a lot of patience offensively.
And that's what you do. You want to kind of pull or try to pull Mark Twain out of that zone.
To Powell. Over to the far side for Jalea. Back to Emily Powell. Powell thought about the 3. Dribbles in a little bit, gives it back to Jalea, now gets it back. Kicks it near side, and it's taken away. Good play defensively that time by Taylor Martin. She was not lulled into a sleep there. With it is Waddell. Works it down low, almost through the hands of Eckerneck. And they work it down low, cross the key to the near side, and that shot is good. On a mark. Makes it a 2-point game, 18-16. Powell to the near side for Pedersen in the backcourt. All sorts of pressure. They get it across to Chapman, who feeds Bowser off the glass, no good. And on the rebound, we're going to have a foul. Is that on Bowser?
Let's see where they give it to.
That's her third. And that's the 7th team foul, so we'll have a 1-and-1. And while we go down the floor in this 2-point game, we'll send it to the high school gym for an Eagle 102 game break.
Well, 1:50 to play here in the half. Ellsbury stretched the lead out to 10 at 15-5 as Monroe City's only been able to score 2 points in this second quarter. So Ellsbury with a double-digit lead, 15-5. Back to you guys.
Missed the front half of the 1-and-1, did Martin. So Louisiana gets the rebound and brings it back up the floor, up by 2 with 30 seconds to play in the first half. Near side with it. Powell. High blocks, and she traveled. Just got off balance a little bit, trying to feed Bradley on the far side.
She got bumped on the way and kind of just, made her lose her balance, like you said.
21.7 seconds to go, and we'll see if Mark Twain plays for the last shot here.
Hammer attack. Hammer attack.
Let's see if they can tie the ball game up here.
You ready, Odd?
Bringing it up the floor is Autumn Arndt. She's been the offensive catalyst so far tonight for Mark Twain. She's got the ball again up top. Hands it off for Emily Evans. Evans kicks it back. I think it looks like they're going to try and open her up for a 3, but lost it out of bounds. Evans decided to drive and got a slight bump. Now Riley Waters is going to come back in for Audrey Ross. She was just in there for that offensive possession, trying to tie this game up. 1.8 seconds to go. Powell with it. Knocked away, and that'll do it. As it goes out of bounds, the horn sounds, and we've played 2 here in this Consolation semifinal. It's the 8th seed Louisiana Lady Dogs leading the Mark Twain Lady Tigers by 2 after 2, and the Eagle 102 halftime report's coming up next.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
That was a fun first half, Zach Evans, as Louisiana leads Mark Twain 18-16. You don't think about a good first half like that in a 4-8 consolation semifinal, but we definitely had it. Mark Twain, we thought maybe they'd come out with a chip on their shoulder after dropping to Monroe City for the first time in 3 games. But they've come out a little flat, and Louisiana's been patient offensively and aggressive defensively, and they've worked it to a 2-point lead.
Right. We talked about Mark Twain came out slow, and Louisiana came out the opposite. They were firing, shooting threes from 3 or 4 feet behind the line. They're not scared of anything. They got nothing to lose, Mark Twain just kind of going through the motions right now, offense, defense. They're kind of struggling to score against that Louisiana 2-3 zone. I expect them to keep the pressure up in the second half because that was, I think, the only thing that could really slow down this Louisiana team.
And it shows the growth of this Louisiana program. Last year, to an extent, 2 years ago, definitely. This was a team that, if they would have seen a full court press like that, wouldn't have been able to get it out of their own end of the court the whole night. But tonight, they've been patient with it, looked for the open pass, and it's only that all that pressure has only created less than a handful of turnovers so far.
Louisiana's got 10, which,
most of those were in the offensive end.
In the offensive end, they're just trying to do a little bit too much. No, there's not that many, unforced, turnovers. So really starting to see some growth out of this Louisiana team.
They've led by as many as 8 here after the first 2 quarters. It's a 2-point lead right now, 18-16 over Mark Twain. We'll take a break, come back with a game break from the other team. Jim, see how the first 2 quarters went over there, and go through first half scoring for both gyms. And when we continue the Eagle 102 halftime report.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by CMC Distributing and Manufacturing, McCoy Blossom Funeral Home, and Lynn's Heritage House.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite water ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is Brock Mitchell, and I am a physical therapist with Advanced Physical Therapy in Bowling Green. At Advanced Physical Therapy, we treat everything from sports injuries to work rehabilitation, arthritis, and post-surgical rehabilitation. This includes spinal care, balance issues, and vestibular treatment. You have a choice when it comes to physical therapy, and we hope you choose Advanced Physical Therapy. Conveniently located across from Bowling Green High School on Business 61. Call us today to schedule your next physical therapy appointment at 573-324-6079.
The area's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, and All Parts.
Welcome back to the 26th annual Clopton Invitational semifinal night on the girls' side. Marianne Everhart, Jim Ross here in the new gym as the Ellsbury Lady Indians lead Monroe City 15-5 at half. Marianne, it's been a slow-scoring affair, but Ellsbury kind of kicked it in after about the first 4 minutes of the first quarter.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like they knocked the jitters off a little bit. We've seen a lot of that, especially in the first quarter. Some of the girls' teams having some jitters. They came out, they were down. Monroe City had the lead by 3 or by 2, and then Ellsbury just stepped it up and extended that lead, and really only held Monroe City to 2 points in the second quarter.
Right, really, it was 3-0, then 3-1. So literally a 15-2 run, I should say, since the first 3 points of the game. And Ellsbury goes to the locker room on top. Run down the scoring real quick.
All right, leading for the Ellsbury Lady Indians, Peyton Robinson has 7 points. Anna Talbert has 3. Mackenzie Gladney has 4. And Ella Barber has added 1. They are 4 for 8 from the free throw line. On the Monroe City side, it's Taylor Pratt with 3, and Lucy Pratt has the other 2. They are 1 for 4 from the charity stripe. So that basically takes care of our halftime report.
Ellsbury leads at 15-5. You guys have a good one over there?
Oh, definitely we do. 18-16 after 2 quarters with Louisiana looking for their first victory here in the semifinal round against Mark Twain. And do you have the first half scoring all lined up?
I do. Emily Powell led the Bulldogs with 7. Jordan Pedersen hit 2 threes for 6. Jalea Rees had 3, and then Depresha Chapman had 2. And for Mark Twain, it was Autumn Arndt having 10, Audrey Ross had 2, and Anna Ectornot had 4.
5 of 9 shooting free throws are the Mark Twain Lady Tigers, and Louisiana 2 for 2. They only went to the line once, and Emily Powell hit them both. So a pretty good first half of basketball, very exciting. The teams are back on the floor right now in a 2-point game. Louisiana led by as many as 8 in the first half. So it's been a fun one here as the Lady Dogs looking for their first win, and Mark Twain looking to avoid the big upset, and both teams looking to continue on into Saturday in this Clopton Invitational Tournament. We'll take a break, come back with the second half for you after this on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Craig's Truck and Tractor, Craig Bowen CPA, PJ Salon, and the Evans Insurance Agency.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Brown's Smokehouse Meats in Silex and Troy, locally owned and operated, can help with all your meat processing, retail, wholesale, and custom butchering. Brown's invites you to stop by their Troy retail location. Despite some road work underway, Brown's Smokehouse Meats is open for business at 185 East Cherry Street in Troy. Smokehouse Meats, deer processing, homemade sausage, and much, much more. Be sure to visit Brown's Smokehouse Meats, Silex and Troy.
Area High School Sports on the Eagle 102 is brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital and Cellular and Satellite Center.
This ball game, a 2-point game at the half. It was a 2-point game after one. Both teams scored 8 points in the second quarter. And it's an 18-16 Louisiana lead heading into quarter number 3. It seems like Mark Twain loose and ready for the second half. We'll see if they come out with a little more fire than they did in the first half.
Yeah, obviously sometimes going in the halftime, I'm not sure what their coach said, but, when I was in high school, if we were playing, under par, you'd get a good, at halftime. So let's see if they come out with the fire underneath them and, try to right whatever they did wrong here in the first half.
I'm not, judging Matt Boswell and all, but I don't think he can give a Tony Francis type halftime
Not
speech.
many coaches in the East Missouri or the state of Missouri, heck, even the United States, can give it Tony. I've been on the other end of the few of those, so yeah.
Yeah, Tony is a one of a kind, that's for sure.
I definitely don't wish those on anyone else.
18-16 our score after 2 quarters. Final coaching moments in the huddles right now, and then we'll get the second half started with the Lady Dogs ahead. Don't know who's going to have the ball to start the second half yet. We'll just find that out here in a second. Again, the winner of this one will move on in this consolation bracket and take on the winner of the Wright City-Winfield game, which is coming up next. That's a 3-7 matchup. So another big gap as we had a couple of upsets in the opening round. It'll be Mark Twain ball to start the second half. The loser will be done with this tournament after 2 games. So both these teams want to continue on to Saturday. Lady Tigers with the ball on the far side with it. Back up top now to Arndt. Arndt to the near side corner. Drop it into the low post, and there's the travel. As Achternack was trying to go against the contact from Powell. Powell just kept backing away and
kind of pulled the chair on her.
Patterson with it in the backcourt. Louisiana, a little different approach to breaking the press here to start the second half, and they go over and back. Really slowed it down that time. There was a little indecision, and they end up making a mistake. Turnover gives it back to Mark Twain with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. Here's Arndt with it to the near side. Drop it down to the baseline. Now back up top to Martin and Number 25, Audrey Ross. Ross to the near side, playing with 3 fouls. Through the legs of Arndt, and that one will go out of bounds. Back to Louisiana. Turnover for the Tigers.
It's back-to-back turnovers for them to start the half. Not what you want.
40 seconds gone here in quarter number 3. Powell with it for the Lady Dogs. Up top now for Ty Campbell. Campbell has it stolen away. And back the other way comes Martin. She goes off the glass, rims out. Fight for the rebound, and we're going to have a foul against Louisiana as Ross had taken that one, the rebound down, and Louisiana got a little too aggressive. Third foul.
For Ty Campbell, yep.
And there is movement on the Louisiana bench. Here's the 3 from the far corner. That's about 2 foot too strong. But Mark Twain able to get it back. Here's Arndt over to the far side. Kick it back up top. Arndt with it on the near point. She dribbles out. Over to the far side now for Ross. To the free throw line now. Gives it back to Ross. She'll try the 3. That one is good. And Mark Twain leading now for the first time all game long. At 19-18. After that 3. And a timeout taken by the Lady Dogs. 6:22 to go in the third quarter. This is the Clopton Invitational on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Royal Banks, and County Market in Vandalia.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio, brought to you by Young Enterprises, Family Drug, and Brown Smokehouse Meats.
So Mark Twain with their first lead of the night at 19-18 after that 3 ball on their last possession. Triggered the timeout for Louisiana, and they've got the ball now as Chapman is knocked down going through the lane. And here comes Mark Twain back the other way, and Powell knocks it away from behind. Ball will stay with the Lady Tigers. Emily Evans set to inbound. Lob pass goes over everybody, and Pedersen picks it up for the Lady Dogs. A little unforced error there.
Good job of Pedersen there, slow it down when she didn't really have anything going on the fast break.
Powell with it on the near point. Kicks it into the corner for Jalea Reese. Jalea finds her way all the way to the basket, but can't finish. Here comes Arndt back the other way. She can't hit. Ball knocked around, and it's off the knee of Deprecia Chapman, out of bounds. So Arndt will trigger the inbound play this time. To the near side, here's Evans back up top. And to Arndt again, near corner, here's Ross. She'll try the tray. That's over everything, but the rebound pulled down by Echternack. Up top again. Ross to Arndt over to the far side, almost stolen away. Martin off the glass, no good. Fight for the rebound, and we're going to have another foul. I think this one's going to be on Jalea Reese. Nope. They gave it to Pedersen, her first. I was looking high. She must have been low. And a good defensive play coming back by Reagan Bowser to reject that inbound pass, and they'll switch off and have Ross inbound. Gets to Arndt for 3. That one's in and out, no good. Rebound out of bounds, back to Louisiana. A couple of Lady Tigers got tangled up. Looked like Echternack took a little elbow to the face from her teammate.
It does.
Powell gets it to Pedersen. And the ball loose at center court, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Mark Twain after they steal the ball away from Louisiana. They lead the Lady Dogs 19-18. 5:04 to go to the third. This is the Clopton Invitational on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Feinhoff Funeral Homes, and Center Locker Service.
CMC Distributing in Louisiana is the place to turn for steel, culverts, industrial supplies, and central welding supplies. In addition, CMC Distributing offers trailer parts, truck accessories, truck beds, and trailer repairs. At CMC Distributing, they always go the extra mile while working hard to make sure you're satisfied. They do it that way for a simple reason. They appreciate your business. CMC Distributing, Highway 54, west of Louisiana.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102, is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicky Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Tigers with the ball after the timeout. Looks like Louisiana stepping up a little bit at defensive pressure here. Miss on the three ball, aren't the long rebound.
Yep, Louisiana just not able to contain those long rebounds, here early.
There's a travel.
Yep.
Ross didn't want the pass taken away and took an extra step to try and find a lane. More full court pressure from Mark Twain. Pedersen gets the ball to the near side. They got to get across the line. Pedersen, and there's the 10-second call with 4:32 to play here in the third. Turnover gives it back to the Lady Tigers, and that's the first time they've got them on the 10-second this entire game. Arndt with it over to the far side. Martin dribbles out, gives it back to Audrey Ross. Back to Martin on the far point. Up top now for Automart. To Martin again. Now for Ross to Martin. Up top for Arndt. And a block from behind. Jalea Reese going to pick up her first personal. Looked like a pretty good block.
Yeah, I thought it was a good block.
4:10 to go here in the third, and to the line goes Audrey Ross, and while she shoots free throws, we'll get a Eagle 102 game break.
Ellsbury trying to stretch things out here in the third quarter. 3:50 to play. They're up by 13 now at 21-8. Back to Mark.
Making the first free throw and the second one as well, and it's the biggest lead of the night at 3 points for Mark Twain. Patterson in the backcourt to Powell. Center stripe. Now they break it to Reese. Reese blocked from behind. Gets the ball back. Ball goes to the floor now, and we're going to have a tie-up. And the arrow will favor the Lady Dogs with 3:57 to play in the third quarter.
Louisiana did a good job of breaking the press there.
Still haven't been able to score here in the third
finish,
quarter.
No.
Mark Twain actually it was Mark Twain ball. Yeah. Yeah, they gave the wrong team the ball. So we'll try this again. And almost thrown away.
Good save there.
By Powell. Powell going to drive to the free throw line, kick it back. Here's Pedersen for three. Off the mark that time. Louisiana crashes hard for the rebound, but Mark Twain comes away with that. I think they may have crashed a little too hard. And on the drive, Ross is fouled. Can't hit the shot, but she's going to shoot some free throws, and that's going to be the third foul on Emily Powell. 21-18. This game was 18-16 Louisiana at the half, so this third quarter, although there hasn't been much scoring, has been all Mark Twain. And now half the scoring in the quarter has come from the line. And the second shot is good as well.
And Mark Twain's going to keep that pressure on.
Powell breaks it with a pass ahead to Jalea Reese. Reese kicks it out. And fouled is Ty Campbell, and she'll head to the line. This one's going to be whistled on Emily Evans. 23-18, 3:28 to go. Third quarter here from the Consolation semis. This Clopton Invitational, and the first shot off the front iron and down. No good. One more shot for Ty. Looking for her first point tonight. Gets it. Made the adjustment on the second one. And it's 23-19. A 4-point game. As Mark Twain leads. They get it down to Evans. Little scoop pass.
Good
Knocked up
save
in the
there.
air. Still loose. Tied up. And it'll be Mark Twain ball with 3:08 to play in the quarter. I think maybe Deprecia didn't know how much time she had. She kind of let them come back in and tie that ball up. Up and around. Here's Arndt with it. The far side for Waters. Now here's Ross down to the baseline and up to Arndt again. She goes high off the glass and scores. It just seems like Mark Twain has figured things out, or that backboard is even friendlier than I thought. They work it back the other way. Deprecia Chapman. Good passing up the floor that time by the Lady Dogs. 25-21. Mark Twain leads. With it on the near side is Riley Waters. There's a shot. That one's no good. And the rebound out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Mark Twain. 2:23 to play here in the quarter. Lady Dogs starting to heat up a little bit here in the second half. Came out of the locker room a little flat.
Gotta keep beating that press.
Tipped. Chapman gets it back to Pedersen, and it's out of bounds. Last touch was by Jordan Pedersen. And she got hip bumped a little bit there by Taylor Martin. And they have let that go tonight. With it on the near side, Riley Waters to the free throw line. Kick it back now for Ross, and that one is an offensive foul. Yeah, fourth foul on Audrey Ross. And right off the bench comes Hannah Mallory.
She's the only Lady Tiger in foul trouble.
And she'll come to the bench. Minute 59 to go in the third. That one could be a momentum swinger.
We just saw Mark Twain pull out of that press. I'll switch back and just play half-court defense.
Here's Ty Campbell out top with it. She's going to drive. Tried to kick it in the corner. It's knocked away by Waters. It'll stay with Louisiana with a minute 44 to go in the quarter. Jalea Reese to inbound.
Good pass.
Oh, nice. And a foul. Powell got that in motion and was able to finish, and the foul to send her to the line, and this could be a 1-point game. The foul whistled on Anna Echternack.
Her first.
And it is a 3-point play. 25-24. Mark Twain leads. Minute 35 to go in the third quarter. Near side with it is Riley Waters. Out at the baseline for Taylor Martin. Lob pass, free throw line. They kick it back out. And a nice rejection of that pass by Reagan Bowser. And she jumped in front of Waters to disrupt that offensive flow. 1:24 to play in the third. Arndt to inbound. They get it to the corner. Now back to Arndt. She takes the three. It's blocked. And Bowser comes away with it. Oh, nice job keeping that foot planted.
It's close.
Powell. Back up top for Pedersen. Back to Emily Powell again. Down to 1:07 to play in the quarter. To Bowser. Bowser kicks it back. Here's Pedersen. Misses off the glass, but she's fouled. So Jordan Pedersen got to go to the line. Trying to add to her 6 points. She had a couple of threes in the first half. Hasn't scored since. The foul goes on Hannah Mallory. And the first shot's no good. She can still tie the game with this second free throw. Ty Campbell back in. Powell going to take a breather. Evans back in. Second shot, and we're tied at 25. 7 points now for Jordan Pedersen. 55 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Oh, work it down low. That's a nice pass there. No finish, and to the floor it goes. Louisiana going to have it on the jump. 25-25. Louisiana relinquished the lead just after halftime on a 3-ball. They're looking to get it back on this possession. Oh, but Arndt steals it away. Reese's pass was just a little bit lazy, but then going back the other way, Waters took her eye off the ball. It goes through her legs and out of bounds. So back-to-back turnovers there.
Let's see if Louisiana can break this press once again.
Reese in the backcourt, gets it to Pedersen. Down to 32 seconds to go.
Over there.
Oh. Into the offensive end. The pass was too high, too hot for Depresha Chapman. Turned over back to Mark Twain with 27.8 seconds left in the quarter. Little hot potato here. Arndt across the line with it to the near side for Waters. Skip it. Now to Arndt. She comes off the wing with it on the far side. Baseline now for Waters. That's Evans, rather. Over to the far side. Just forces one off the glass, and it goes out of bounds. And the referee gets a hug. It'll stay with Mark Twain with 1.3 seconds to go. They get it back. Here's the three at the buzzer, and it's off the front iron. No good. 25-25. Louisiana came out a little flat, came back strong at the end, and they have this game knotted up with Mark Twain after 3 quarters from the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green.
Hello, my name is Lisa Blossom Payne. My family owns and operates McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory. We have 3 locations to serve you: Bowling Green, Troy, and Hawk Point. We provide both traditional funerals and cremation services. In addition, we also offer pre-arrangement options that freeze the cost. If you would like further information, please contact McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory at 573-213-5110.
At Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair in Vandalia, they say it's better to prevent a breakdown than having to pay for one. Preventative maintenance is key, but if your machinery should break down, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair is there to serve you in the shop, on the farm, or roadside. See Craig's for semi-truck and trailer repair, oil changes, overhauls, and much more. Farm planting season to harvest season and beyond, Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair can help keep all your equipment and big rigs rolling. Call in or stop in today. Craig's Truck and Tractor Repair, Highway 54 east of Vandalia.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Start of the fourth quarter here from the middle school gym. Our product, Zach Evans, here in the semifinals, consolation semis of this Clopton Invitational. We're all knotted at 25. Big block there. Campbell takes it away. After that block by, what was it, Bowser? And she's coming back the other way. Lost the handle and travels. Probably a good thing because Autumn Arndt was set up to take a charge there.
Better to have the turnover than the foul and the turnover.
She tried to put on the brakes to avoid knocking her through the wall there. There's almost a travel. Kick it to the far side. Body's flying. Here's a three. Misses everything. Tipped up in the air and taken by Pedersen. Here comes Jordan Pedersen on the run for Louisiana. Crosses over to get across the line, and she'll set the offense to Powell on the far point. Emily Powell surveys the scene, gives it off to Ty Campbell. Now for Jalea Reese. Reese holds the ball high. Defense all over. They get it to Pedersen in the corner. She'll dribble to the high blocks. That shot's no good. And the rebound picked up by Autumn Arndt. Minute gone here in the fourth. Get a whistle. We'll get you a game break. So that's coming up here from the high school gym. And a double dribble. And
Double dribble.
that's called against Madison Waddell. And we'll send it to Jim and Marianne for an Eagle 102 game break.
5:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Ellsbury still leading by 13, 26-13. Back to Mark and Zach.
Thank you very much. So Ellsbury has them doubled up in the fourth quarter. Reese breaks the pressure and offensive foul called, and Reese picks up her second personal, and Taylor Martin finds out exactly how much padding is on that wall.
Yeah. Comes at you quick.
She didn't see it coming either. She got it with the back of the head. She seems all right. Down to 6:35 to go here in the fourth. Knotted at 25. No scoring yet here in the final quarter. Stepping inside three. Now they work it down to Evans. Evans back to Martin. Goes to the floor, and it's picked up by three Lady Dogs. Ty Campbell comes away with it. She puts on the brakes, hands it off for Jalea Reese. More substitutions coming as Riley Waters getting set to enter the game again for Mark Twain. Here's Campbell for three. That one's good. Ty Campbell with a tray from the top of the key to make it 28-25 in favor of the Lady Dogs. They've got the lead back. Her first points from the field tonight as well. Back the other way is Autumn Arndt into the far corner. To the high blocks, now baseline. They play a little inside-out game, and the three ball misses everything, goes off the wall back to Louisiana. This has been an entertaining ball game.
It has been.
5.5 to play. One of the best 4-8 tournament games you'll see.
Yeah.
Powell. There's another 10 seconds. Second time it's happened tonight. Oh, did they get the timeout before the 10-second? They did. Louisiana called timeout to avoid the 10-second with 5:20 to play here in the fourth. They lead Mark Twain 28-25 on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Alicia Koenig, owner of Remax Realty Shop, Sun Window Company, and Sparks Maintenance Contracting.
Great hair doesn't happen by chance. It happens by an appointment with PJ Salon. Make your appointment today and look your absolute best. PJ Salon in the Raintree Mall in Louisiana is your full-service salon, offering manicures, pedicures, tanning, and much more. Gift certificates for your someone special are always available, and walk-ins are welcome at PJ Salon. You may have 99 problems, but your hair doesn't have to be one of them. PJ Salon in Louisiana.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on the Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Off the timeout, foul whistled against Mark Twain. That goes on Riley Waters, her third. So 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Louisiana with the ball and the three-point lead. Bowser. Pedersen hit the deck on the near side. Bowser with it again, and she's fouled. That one, I think, on Echterneck.
I believe so.
Her second.
Got him with a hip check.
Not a Bobby Plager hip check.
No, no. Not quite that level of physicality.
4:59 to play, 28-25. And back into the ball game with 4 fouls is Audrey Ross. She replaces Riley Waters. That's go time, I guess, if you're Matt Boswell. There's Ty Campbell. Ball knocked away momentarily, gets it back, gets to Powell. Emily Powell to Jalea Reese. Reese goes all the way to the bucket, a little too hard off the glass. Had her own rebound momentarily, and now they get it ahead to Arndt. Here comes Mark Twain up the floor. No. She scooped a little too much, and here's Jalea again. One-on-one. To the hoop, way too hard off the glass. Campbell's putback is good. Ty Campbell. Really, that almost looked like a pass from Jalea.
Yeah.
Pass off glass. Ross to Arndt, down to the baseline for Evans. Works it into the middle, and we're going to have a foul against the Lady Dogs.
You know, we talk about momentum, and it seems like a lot of the momentum is on Louisiana's side right now.
But Emily Powell just picked up her fourth personal. With it is Arndt to Ross, playing with 4 fouls herself. Here's a 3 from the top, no good. Tipped around, and Mark Twain comes away with it. Spinning return shot, and now another putback is good. Taylor Martin's first 2 points of the night. And it's a 3-point game again. Louisiana ahead 30-27. They got to get it across the line. Campbell does to Emily Powell. Powell, pass intercepted. Good play coming back by Evans, and here comes Mark Twain. 3:40 to play. This is fun. Back and forth basketball.
Really good game.
Ross to the near side for Autumn Arndt. Now reverses for Taylor Martin. Martin to the free throw line for Echterneck. Into the far wing and back up top. Arndt, lob pass to the free throw line. Here's a long 2. That's a little too long. Rebound picked up by Echterneck and taken away by Louisiana. Reese crosses over, gives it to Pedersen. Pedersen got a little too deep. Here's a 3 from Jalea. That misses everything and goes off the back wall out of bounds. Powell ended up splayed across the floor. She looks exhausted. 3:04 to play in the fourth. And a timeout taken by Mark Twain. We'll send it over to the other gym for an Eagle 102 game break.
I'm engrossed in this game. 2 minutes and 59 seconds to play. Ellsbury up by 12, 28-16. Monroe City's just not been able to get over the hump. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. It's a full timeout here, so we'll take a 30-second break. Come back with more from the middle school gym after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Knight Equipment Company, West End Financial Services, and Young Enterprises.
The Evans Insurance Agency is a family-owned and operated independent brokerage. We take pride in sponsoring local athletic and academic achievements. Scott and Shaylee Evans offer only the best in customer service while protecting your home, auto, toys, and business needs. Give us a call at 816-772-5182.
Tell my mom and dad what I'm doing.
The best coverage of high school sports is on KJFM. Brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
30-27. Louisiana leads Mark Twain here in the fourth quarter. 5 minutes gone, 3 remain. Near side with it are the Tigers with Taylor Martin. Martin back up top for Ross. Now to the free throw line, over to the far side now. And a blocking foul going to be called on Depresha Chapman. That's, what, her first?
Mm-hmm.
How does that happen? And it's the 17th foul, so now into the bonus. Here's Arndt. She's been good from the line, but misses this one, and Reese gets the rebound.
Almost got away with the travel there.
Yeah, they have been using every bit of the sole of their shoe tonight. Here's Pedersen. To Depresha, back to Jordan Pedersen, and a little too much, and that's the night for Audrey Ross. She picks up her 5th foul, and she'll have to exit this game with 6 points. And that's not the type of foul you want to foul out on. Just a little hand check.
Just a little bit of a ticky-tack one there. Top of the key, didn't really need it.
So Pedersen goes to the line as Louisiana enters the 1-and-1. And the first shot earns the second. They extend the lead to 4. She's got 8 points. And the second one a little bit long.
But they get the board.
So a double possession here. Reese got the long rebound. Here's Reagan Bowser. She's going to have to foul that shot. That 3 was off the front iron, but here comes Mark Twain on a 2-on-1. And out of bounds. Good play coming back by Deprecia as she got into it with Echternach a little bit, and the ball rolled off or out of bounds. Back to the Lady Dogs. Reese to inbound with all sorts of pressure. Oh, what a steal as Reese tried to throw it off the Mark Twain player, but it didn't work out. Couldn't hit the shot after the steal. So now another foul, a little ticky-tack on Taylor Martin. Her second. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
No,
where
it was like she just gave it to her.
Yeah. We knew what she was trying to do. You got to go lower, off the knees.
You got to throw it off the foot or something. The little shoe shiner.
So Bowser hits the free throw. And that's her first point tonight. And Powell comes back in the ball game for Deprecia. 2 minutes to go. Louisiana up by 5, trying to make it 6 here with Bowser at the line. Reagan, a little long on that one, and the rebound pulled down by the Lady Tigers. And here comes Martin. Now for Riley Waters. Near side for Audemars. Up and around, working the perimeter, down to a minute 45. They got to start thinking points. Lob pass, tipped. Mark Twain keeps possession. Here's Arndt with it. Be aggressive, but don't pick up those ticky-tack ones now. You don't want them going to the line, getting opportunities with the clock stopped.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Down to a minute 25. Here's a long 2, and that one's good for Riley Waters, her first 2 points tonight. Bowser gets it into Ty Campbell. Back to Reagan. Long pass, and that one's taken by Arndt in the backcourt, and a timeout taken by Coach Matt Boswell on the Lady Tigers. With a minute 9 to play, it's 32-29. Louisiana leading Mark Twain from the semifinals of the Clopton Invitational on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, and Calumet of Missouri.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, agent, and Perkins Electrical Services.
57 seconds to go. They work it down to the baseline. We're going to have a foul on Bowser. That's her fourth. And this one can get a little closer from the free throw line. 1-and-1 coming.
Aggressive foul, going for a steal, but ideally you don't want to give him free shots at the line right now.
Evans. And that shot off the mark, and the rebound to the ground, and Louisiana takes it. And now we're going to have a foul against the shooter, Emily Evans. So, Ty Campbell going to the line. She's 1 for 2 from that spot tonight. This will be a 1-and-1. She's had a nice second half as Louisiana overcame a third quarter deficit to take the lead back. Here in the final minute, and she hits. That's a big free throw.
Yes, it is. Let's make this a 2-possession game.
One more for Campbell. Ty. Missed that one. Rebound pulled down by Waters. And here comes Mark Twain. Down to 45 seconds. Over to the far side. Here's Arndt. Back to the near side for Martin. Martin driving, and it's taken away by Bowser. Big steal by Reagan Bowser. Reese across the line, and she's fouled. Jalea is going to go to the line to shoot a pair here with 30.5 seconds to go. That was the 10th foul.
We're in double bonus now.
3 points tonight for Jalea Reese. And the first one.
A little too strong.
Yep, pushed it off to the right just a little bit. I like those shoes.
I like the purple.
Yeah. Second shot. That one rims out, and Waters with the rebound, scoops it out. And here comes Mark Twain. Down to 25 seconds to go. And, we're going to have 3 free throws as Arndt was fouled by Pedersen as she was shooting kind of a wild forced 3. 21.9 seconds to go.
This could be a real game changer if she can knock all 3 of these down.
Yep. First one short.
It's been like that for Arndt all night, just a little bit short on the free throws. She connected on a few earlier, but
she puts up such a high arcing free throw. That one's good.
That one's good. That one's money.
So hits number 2. Did you see last night? Kenny McCormick for Louisiana was fouled on a buzzer beater attempt in the first half and got to shoot 3 free throws with no time on the clock, and he nailed all 3 of them. Only man on the floor. So a timeout after she makes 2 of 3. 21.9 seconds to go here in the fourth. It's 33-31, Louisiana leading Mark Twain from the Clopton Invitational on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Ann Lane Boutique, and Northeast Missouri Title Company. Founded in 2000, Sparks Maintenance Contracting out of Bowling Green has since been performing industrial maintenance nationwide and plans to continue growing. Sparks Maintenance Contracting attention to detail and compassion are only some of the many things that separate them from other competitors. Teamwork is the key to success in business and in sports. Best wishes to all the area teams from Sparks Maintenance Contracting, proudly serving America.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season with Eagle 102. Brought to you by Mike's Tire and Service Center and a taste of Philly.
33-31, Louisiana with the 2-point lead and the ball. 21.9 seconds to go. You get the ball in, you get fouled. That could be the ball game. But you got to get it in.
Got to get it in.
Got to get it in, got to get it across the line.
Just what I was about to say. You got to find a way to break this Mark Twain pressure.
Powell to inbound. Got to move. No one's moving. Take a timeout. Oh, they got the 5-second call.
And the Mark Twain bench erupts right in front of us.
21.5 seconds to go. A turnover. There was just no movement at all.
No movement.
So Waters to inbound, gets it in. They work it to the low blocks, and we're going to have free throws, and that's it for Reagan Bowser.
Yep.
She picks up her 5th personal, ends the night with 1 point. And a chance to tie this game from the free throw line for Anna Achternack. She's 2 of 3 shooting free throws tonight. Wow. What a ball game.
It's come down to the wire, you know, that's only right.
So at the line, and it will be a 2-shot foul, and the first one goes nothing but net. 5 points for Anna. This one to tie the game. And it's off the glass and in. She banks it home to tie the game. Over far side, Pedersen. Here comes Louisiana. Pass rejected. Here's Pedersen for 3, long. And it's through the hands of Chapman, out of bounds. 10 seconds to go. And a timeout taken by Mark Twain. We'll send it to the high school gym for an Eagle 102 game break.
Well, we've got a winner here as Ellsbury advances to the championship game with a methodical 30-16 win over Monroe City. They outscored Monroe City 9-6 in the third quarter and 6-5 in the fourth to take away that 14-point win. We'll save the scoring for later. We'll get back to you for the end of that great game there.
And it is a great one, 33-33. Can you think of a time that the Monroe City girls only scored 16 points in a game?
That is amazing to me. You know, they've been so dominant over the last, seems like forever.
Yeah.
You know, they pretty much ran this tournament along with the Clopton Lady Hawks, but now 16 points, wow.
Yeah, that is something else for that Ellsbury defense. Here, this one, boy, someone's going to have their heart broken.
This has just been such a great game to watch, be on the call for. I'm glad we got to do it.
33-33, 10 seconds to go. You can't foul.
No, that's the last thing you need here.
Back the other way, Mark Twain, 7 seconds, almost a travel. They get it far side, force up a shot, and we're going to go to overtime. 33-33, Mark Twain in Louisiana can't decide it in regulation. We'll be back with the overtime session after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by CMC Distributing and Manufacturing, McCoy Blossom Funeral Home, and Lynn's Heritage House.
West End Financial Services in Louisiana will tell you, of course money isn't everything, but it certainly is something. No matter how you feel about it, it's impossible to get along without it. You may not need extra funds now, but if it happens to you, remember solving money problems is West End Financial Services business. West End Financial Services offers check cashing and short-term loans along with Western Union. Open Monday to Thursday 10 to 5, Fridays 10 to 6, and Saturday 10 to 2. Locally owned and operated West End Financial Services in Louisiana off Georgia Street.
No matter which team you're rooting for this season, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our great teams have a wonderful and successful year. Young Enterprises Incorporated features A.K. and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Young Enterprises Incorporated online at youngenterprisesinc.com. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
The area's best coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, and All Parts.
Mark Twain wins the opening toss. We're underway in overtime here from the Clopton Invitational. Tigers get the first possession. First time chance to, and a travel call. First turnover of overtime. So Louisiana with the ball back. Here's Ty Campbell into a double team. Powell, good support, gets it across the line. To Jalea Reese. Reese to Pedersen at the top. Now to Ty Campbell on the near point. Back to Powell. She's going to try a three. That one is good. Bang! Emily Powell puts Louisiana ahead by a tray. What a start to OT.
Oh my.
Here comes Mark Twain, down by 3 again. Achternack got it down low, and we're going to have a foul. Reese ends up on her back. Checking her elbow. And she picks up her third personal. Going to make Art work for it. 3:13 to play here in overtime. And the shot is no good. Rims out. Feast or famine on these free throws for Arndt with that high arc. 36-33 Louisiana. Make it 36-34 as she hits the second. Powell, got to go somewhere. Gives it to Jalea Reese. Back to Emily Powell. Powell goes to her dribble. Gets it across the line. Kind of a passive press that time from Mark Twain. Reese to the basket. She finishes this time. Jalea. We've seen her kind of get a little too fast on those. This time she planned it out right and puts Louisiana up 38-34. Here's a three from the near side. Good. Oh, my goodness. She dropped it in.
Wow.
Riley Waters.
Entertaining basketball here in overtime.
38-37 Bulldogs. Patterson has the pass stolen. And it's going to be Mark Twain with the lead. On the finish off the steal is Martin. 39-38. Powell says, get in front of me, I'm going. Gets it across the line. Tried to go coast to coast. Got it off the glass. No. And the rebound pulled down by the Lady Tigers, and we're going to have a foul against Chapman. Deprecia's second. 2:13 to go. Tigers up by 1. Heading to the line. Here in overtime from the Clopton Invitational. And the shot's no good. 39-38. If you're looking for the Clopton Silex game, as the second one's good, make it 40-38. She hits 1 of 2 again. That's on our website right now with the video. We'll join coverage on the radio at the conclusion of this overtime game. Here's Chapman off a feed, and a foul whistled against Echternach. 2:06 to go, and Deprecia Chapman goes to the line to try and tie this ball game. 40-38. And Deprecia. Jim goes quiet, and she misses short on the first one. A little different atmosphere during free throws than we had last night in the Clopton-Ellsbury game.
Yeah. Both fan bases were didn't let them have any quiet ones.
Second shot is short also, and Mark Twain the rebound. Long pass ahead to Arndt. Ball goes to the floor, and it's going to stay with Mark Twain, and Arndt is injured. She may have hit her kneecap. She says, I'm all right, I'm all right, I'm all right.
Had to gather herself, yeah.
Yep.
Mark Twain, our crowd wanted to foul.
So as soon as this game ends, we're going to send it to the other gym. Here's a shot off the inbound play. Arndt fights for the rebound. It's a tie-up, and it's going to go to Louisiana. Good job hanging on that time. Was that Powell?
I believe so.
You got to move, though.
Yep.
We got to get this ball in. They go bounce pass this time to Ty Campbell. Campbell's just going to put it down and run. Puts on the brakes as she gets across the line. Here's Pedersen. Kicks it out. Baseline. Chapman. Shot a little long, and the rebound pulled down by Anna Echternach. Long pass ahead. They've figured that one out. And a foul on Pedersen off the miss by Taylor Martin. She'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Up by 2. Minute 37 to play here in overtime.
Smart foul back there by Pedersen. You know, don't want to give up a free, easy layup, and, you know, it gives them a chance to stop the clock, catch their breath.
And the first shot, another high arcer. No good.
And the free throw shooting of Mark Twain has been, you know, very questionable tonight. So.
Yeah, they'll hit runs. They'll make a few, and then they'll miss a few. Second one, no good. Rebound, knocked out of bounds by Echternach. And it goes back to the Lady Dogs, who could tie or take the lead with a 3. Powell. Bounce pass to Pedersen. Works around a defender, gets across the line. Over to the far side, kick out for Jalea. Almost traveled, gives it to Pedersen, off the glass and good. We're tied at 40. Jordan Pedersen on a nice feed from Reese. And now, Deprecia just jammed all her fingers.
That's really painful. You know, it doesn't seem like much, but just when you catch that ball right at the tip of your fingers, gosh, that hurts.
She's trying to shake it off while returning to her defensive assignment. Over to the far side. It's Taylor Martin. High blocks, kick it back out. Here's Waters. Top of the key, long 3. That one's off the mark, and the rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Mark Twain. So Louisiana, a chance to take the lead here with 1:04 to go. Again, you got to get it in. That's the first part. Long this time to Pedersen. Look out behind you, Jordan. Gets it to Chapman. Her shot from the baseline is good. Maybe jamming those fingers did her good.
This crowd just erupted.
42-40. And a timeout taken by Mark Twain. They trail Louisiana by 2 here in overtime. 49.8 seconds to go in the extra session on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Craig's Truck and Tractor, Craig Bowen CPA, PJ Salon, and the Evans Insurance Agency.
From our roots in St. Louis, Royal Banks of Missouri is branching out to continue serving you with our locations in St. Charles, Jerseyville, Granite City, and now in Hannibal, Center, and New London. Royal Banks of Missouri, the community bank in your community.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital and Cellular and Satellite Center.
42-40 our score. Timeout continues. 49.8 seconds to go. Louisiana ahead by a pair. Let's send it over to Jim and Marianne for a quick Eagle 102 game break.
Well, we just threw it up, and we're just underway. First possession, Silex owns the opening tip. So we'll get it right back to you.
All right, and we'll join that game in progress as soon as this one comes to a conclusion. But are we going to get this one done in 1 OT, Zach?
It looks like it might be going to a second one the way these two teams are playing right now in overtime.
Taylor Martin with the ball for Mark Twain off the timeout. Here's Riley Waters. Back up high for Autumn Arndt. Skip pass to the near side, back to Waters. She goes baseline, tries to go around everybody, no good. And the Bulldogs get the rebound with Emily Powell. Putting on the brakes at the line was Ty Campbell. Gets across now and has it knocked out of bounds. 25.1 seconds to go. Louisiana will have it at the end of their own bench. I'm surprised we didn't have any fouls whistled.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And they get it in. Here's Powell.
Slow it down.
Yep. Make them foul you.
Yeah,
and there it is. Arndt fouls. That's her first. With 20 seconds to go. And Emily Powell will head to the line for a 2-shot opportunity here in OT to make this a 2-possession game. Has to hit them both to make a true 2-possession. And she makes the first. Oh. It went off the back iron up in the air, and she got it to fall. This is the big one here. 43-40. Lady Dogs lead, and in and out. And Campbell fights for the rebound. It's still loose. A lot of time coming off the clock. Long pass ahead. They get it to Arndt. You're down by 3. Oh, she gets fouled by Reese from behind. Let her have the 2 in that situation.
The clock's going to run, you know. Wow.
9.3 seconds to go. Arndt at the line.
She looked like a wide receiver going up to get that ball.
Oh, my goodness. That was a Hail Mary. 4th foul on Jalea. And the first shot in and out. Stays a 3-point game. Louisiana. You know, I felt heartbreak coming in regulation. They avoided that, kept it tied. This one off the glass. She had to miss that one. They get it. Off the glass, no good. Down to 5 seconds. A tie up, and it favors Mark Twain. Mark Twain 5-5 on the season. Louisiana 0-7. And a timeout on the floor. Let's send it to the high school gym for an Eagle 102 game break.
Well, we're off to a slow start here. Clopton leads it 1-0 as Mooney goes in and shoots a layup and gives the Owls the lead at 2-1 with 6:35 to play in the first. Back to the small gym.
43-40, 3.7 seconds to go. And Mark Twain will have the ball. They've got to kick it out for a 3 at this point.
Yeah, they have to have a 3. You know, can't settle for anything less.
And, I mean, you'd expect it to end up in the hands of number 15, right?
I would agree. You know, they haven't had much to, you know, they haven't hit hardly anything from downtown, but I think she's your best 3-point shooter and your best player on the floor right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if the ball went to her.
She's only got 1 from beyond the arc. Riley Waters has the other. They're both on the floor right now. So those would be your 2 options, you would think, especially with Ross fouled out.
Let's see what Coach Boswell drew up out of the timeout.
3.7 seconds to go. Louisiana 43, Mark Twain 40. Winner goes to the Consolation Championship. Emily Evans to inbound. They get it to the corner. Down to 2 seconds. Here's the three. That misses everything, out of bounds, and that's it. Louisiana has won and will play on Saturday. Their first win of the season. Look at them. They are ecstatic.
What a game.
That is a happy bunch of Lady Dogs. 43-40, our final. Louisiana picks up their first win, goes to the Consolation Championship. Mark Twain out after 2 games, drops to 5-6 on the season. For Zach Evans, Mark Froenig, we're sending it to the high school gym for Jim and Marianne.
Well, congratulations to the Lady Bulldogs. And we're still at a 2-1 lead for Silex. A lot of turnovers to start this game. There's another turnover by Silex, 3 for Clopton, 2 for Silex now. Neither team's really settled in, Marianne. It's been kind of sloppy.
It has been, and this is not the same Clopton Lady